Welcome to our third episode of Bouj and Rouge with your hosts.
Waverly and D.
Yay! And we have a special guest today, which is,
Starr Carbo-Mark.
yes, Starr, 5-star tax pros. Oh my goodness, we have been waiting to talk to you
Well, I'm
about
here.
these taxes, how to stay bougie and not broke.
Please, let's not go down the road of being broke, right? We delivered.
Yes,
Oh
we
yeah,
are
from broke.
delivered
We are
from
delivered.
broke.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
And you're gonna help
Amen.
navigate us in how to ensure that we will continue growing and with our money.
Yeah,
So
that
let's
that
get it.
listen. The first thing I'm gonna say is we are not our parents or grandparents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I
Mm-hmm.
mean when I say that is they didn't have the education. I talk to people all the time who say, "Hey, my people had land and they lost it due to, not paying their taxes." And I know we're talking about a different type of tax, but I say that to say we make money now. Who Nobody
Mm-hmm.
ever taught us what to do when we started making money. So where
Mm-hmm.
are we now? Right? How do we keep our money?
Okay.
How do we not write
Yes.
all them deductions down to say we make no money and put ourselves in a
Mm-hmm.
low income bracket? And we want to buy a house and we can't now. And it's just when you don't know, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
I'm here
love
to
that.
teach all the Black girls what to do with their
But
money,
we
how to make it.
we're here today for you to put us on.
Yes.
So, Sorry, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started.
Okay, so of course you heard me. I'm Starr Carbo-Mark. I own 5-star tax professionals. I have been doing taxes for about 15 years. I'm going to say my mom did taxes. She didn't do it full time. She was an accountant for West Jeff Hospital on the West Bank. When she passed away in 2010, I picked up in 2011.
Wow.
Right now, it wasn't like my mom had a whole lot of customers and it was like, oh, here you have to take over. No, I actually had a friend call me and was like, so I think you'll be great at taxes. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. He prepares you for I never in a million years thought I would be here today owning a company servicing thousands of people, having 50 sister stores,
Wow.
right? Having physical locations. I could never ever had imagined that back in 2010.
Repeat
Wow.
that. How many sister stores?
I have 50.
Cool.
Yes, 50 sister stores. Yes, all over the country, which means that I have women who I teach. And I say women, I don't have any men on the team, but I have women who come to me who I teach how to build their tax business from the ground up. And I am proud to say I have a few six-figure women who work with me,
Mm.
and I have quite a few on their way to six figures.
That's a beautiful
Okay.
thing.
It
Yes.
is a beautiful thing. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, baby,
Yeah.
you,
Yes. It's definitely,
you are
you know,
it.
you gotta like what you do, but I tell people you don't know what you like until you try it. How you know you like spaghetti? You gotta eat it, right? You
Mhm.
Right?
don't know what you're good at until you try it. If you try it and you love it, I'm here to help you. If you try it and you don't like it, that's fine. This ain't your lane because we can't all do the same thing, right?
Right.
That's true.
Very
That is
true.
true.
Yeah.
So you were formerly a beauty professional.
Yes. I always did makeup all throughout the time that I did taxes as well. I mean, I've been doing makeup since 1996, probably, Um, And even when I did taxes, when I started in the tax industry, I still did makeup because I didn't really take taxes that serious, really and truly. I didn't think that it was going to take me far. So I still did makeup during the time. So I'm a beauty girl at heart.
And that's why I thought that it was so important to have you on our podcast, because you know and you can identify with some of the challenges that we as beauty professionals deal with on a daily basis,
Mhm.
quarterly basis, annually.
Yeah.
Uh, I think that you have a real great understanding of like what our challenges are with supplies and mileage and all of
Mm-hmm.
those other things that you just don't want to deal with, but know that you have to deal
To
with
deal
at the
with.
end of the day.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I think that it was important to bring you on to just help educate us and our listeners in taxes. So what's one of the common issues that you encounter with beauty professionals?
Let me say that, well, number one, I don't think that most beauty professionals know what they can deduct,
Mhm.
right?
Mm.
That's number
No.
one thing. You think you count just your makeup, right? And maybe even some may even know about mileage, right? But let's just say you do it in your garage. You got a little
Mhm.
small portion. You can actually write that portion of your garage off. You can write
Mm.
a portion of your utilities off. You can
Mhm.
write a portion of your cell phone. You're using that to text and calendar and things like that on your cell phone. You can write those things off. Let's just say you have a vehicle just for, you go out. Let's just say you go out to your customers or events, however you do it. You can write a portion of your vehicle off, depreciation, things like that. So it's a lot more that goes into it than just makeup brushes and makeup and lipstick. Like,
Mm.
again, this is not a small business for you. This is a big business. Treat it as such.
That, I love that. Star. Yes.
Big business. Standing on
Big
business.
businesses.
Standing on
Yes.
business. Yes.
That's
All
right.
2024. It's
All 2024 and beyond, right?
and
Yes.
beyond. Correct.
So what
Ooh.
steps could we take to start organizing ourselves, like
Mhm.
getting those expenses together?
So when it like hit it head on, how are you buying these expenses? Are you using your money? First of all, have you formulated your business? Let's just say we talking to professionals who have formulated their business correctly, right?
Mhm.
So you have your EIN, you have your LLC, right? What's next? Did you open up a business bank account?
Mhm.
Mm.
Are you purchasing items strictly from your business? Because if you are, that makes it all more organized. So if you buy makeup brushes and you're buying makeup and monthly subscriptions, beauty subscriptions, or whatever it may be to further your business, are you purchasing these things from one bank account? Or are you all over the place commingling funds because you're using your personal money to buy these things, and then now when it's tax season, we got to gather everything and you don't know where it's at, you don't know what card it came from, things like that. Organize your life. You feel so much better when you do that.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yes, you do.
Get
Yeah,
in the
get your account
routine.
just for that, just for
Mm.
your expenses,
Mhm.
right? And then
I
here's another
love
thing.
that.
I feel like every business should have about three accounts. So if you
Okay.
don't, you definitely need three. Number one, you need, how are you collecting the money? You want all your money to
Okay.
go into one account. You want to transfer that money for expenses into another account, right?
Mhm.
Then you want to pay yourself whatever you got to pay you. Send that to your personal account.
Mhm.
I would do that. Number one, you never want people with access to the money that bills that you collect. So
Mhm.
if you had payroll, I wouldn't pay them out of my account that I have all my money going into, right? I would pay them out my expense account because I know what I'm putting there.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
If somebody got
That's
access
good.
to it, there's really nothing there. You can control that,
Mhm.
Mhm.
So you see people all the time say, I don't know what happened, and they got $40,000 frozen. I would never have an account where people have that much access to it out there to freeze up some
Mhm.
funds.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thing that you advise me on is to create a separate account just for the IRS.
Yes. Once you make $50,000, you're in another tax bracket. As you go up
Mhm.
and up and up, it pushes you further and further away, right? So
Mhm.
Mhm.
the moment you realize you're not, I just feel like once you start to make money, you should not be looking for a refund. We already know
Mhm.
this. So once you're not
Mhm.
getting a refund, what are we doing? We paying the IRS, right?
Right.
If you know you're going to have to pay the IRS, let's get another account. I recommend getting an account that does not have a debit card. Hopefully you get a bank account that has crazy hours.
Easy accessibility.
Exactly.
I
And
got
that's
you.
if you don't have self-control. I don't have self-control. I'm not gonna tell you no lie.
Okay.
If I could pop in and get a couple of dollars, I'm gonna do it. So
Mhm.
I sort of, you gotta do what work for you, right?
Mhm.
So that works for me. And I use that to pay my quarterly taxes. I use that to pay my end of the year taxes, things like that. Have that account. You can connect it to the IRS and just send money right on over as you please when it's time to file.
How much should you place in those accounts?
Mhm.
So, being a small business owner, we get taxed the highest, 13%. If I'm not mistaken, 13.8%. Don't quote me on it, but it's close, right?
Mhm.
So that means annually, if you make $20,000, you need to put 2,500 in that account.
Mhm.
Now, I would like to tell people do 50% of whatever you make. So if you do a job and if you can, right? If you do a job and the job pays you $200, put $100 in that account if you can. I'm not saying you're gonna give the IRS 50% of your earnings, but wouldn't you rather have a
Good
cushion?
enough.
The
Mhm.
IRS is one, they're just a collection agency, but they have so much power over you. If you don't pay them, they put a lien on your house. You don't
Mhm.
own a house, they put a lien on you,
Mhm.
right? When you get ready to purchase a house, you got to clear that up. Like it's just so much. Don't think about filing bankruptcy because guess what? Your IRS debt's still there. So
Mhm.
they have a lot of control. So you have to play their game. There's no way around it. Eventually, you'll sit down and say, you know what? I'm tired of running from the law. Like,
Mhm.
What expenses do you think are commonly overlooked?
Overlook.
I want to say the most common overlooked expense has to be depreciation of your
Mhm.
vehicles, hey, let's say this, you buy this heavy duty airbrush machine, right? Because
Mhm.
that's what you do. We airbrushing now. The machine
Mhm.
could have cost you $3,500. That
Mhm.
machine depreciates. You can put that on your taxes as depreciation.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
that's
wait,
any machinery
we about to
that
depreciate some stuff.
yes, that's any
Right.
machinery you use. If some kind of way, let's say you have your own foundation, your own makeup cosmetic line. If you do
Mhm.
in-house printing,
Mhm.
labels, things like that, and you bought this printer for your business, depreciation. That printer depreciates. You can put that on your taxes.
So
So how do you calculate
typically,
the
the equipment.
How much you paid
oops,
for it
sorry,
by 3 to 5 years.
35 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So typically, the equipment that you purchase for the business,
Yep. Yes.
that's what's depreciated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cameras, lights, all of that, everything that depreciates. Don't overlook those things because they're there for you. Like, listen, we didn't write the rules. We don't know them fully, but they're
Mm,
there for us. We just got to use them.
Mhm.
mm, that's what I'm talking about.
That's so good.
So
Like I'm
how do
sitting
you
here in
figure,
silence.
right, right. How does
Oh.
your taxes impact your bottom line and your cash flow and strategic
Mhm.
decisions?
So, are you always thinking when you make money, is the first thing you're thinking about taxes?
No.
No,
No.
you don't think about
Mm-mm.
taxes until January, and in most cases, like us, October, right? Because
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna file an extension. We need to put taxes in the
Mm-hmm.
forefront. We gotta know that we have to pay quarterly taxes. It's another bill. That's how it impacts you. When you pay that light bill, come January 15th, you need to be paying your tax bill.
Yes, ma'am.
You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Save $2,000. Remember we had that account. Estimated your quarterly taxes, right? If you know you made $30,000 for the year, like I said, what we gonna owe like 35. Break that up into four, and know that every 4 months you need to pay these taxes, right? You need to break it down and pay it. That way, and if we keep it on our mind, put it in your phone, set a calendar, whatever, because we don't want to think about it. So it's the thing we put all the way to the back of our mind, when truly we should be thinking about it daily. Because if you make it a part of your life, if you make it a habit, it allows you to make more money. I know this is going to sound sort of idiotic, but I run across this a lot. People would not make money because they don't want to pay. I give you $100,000 and tell you give me 10,000. Or you and I 100% get it. We don't want to pay Uncle Sam. Like, I don't want to. I made the money. It's mine. I want it now. Why do I have to give you any of it? I 100% get that. But again, we have to. There's rules, and unless you're trying to become like this 1%er, you heard of them, the sovereign whoever, and they like, we ain't paying no taxes, and we did. I got a customer like trying to disappear off the face of the earth. Like, I don't want to do this, and I don't want a social, and I don't want a birth certificate and all this, but then had a baby, and the wife is like, nah, I need my money, but the husband is like, I don't want no parts of the government, right? Unless you're trying to be that person, then make taxes a part of your everyday life.
This is good. It's just, it's making me put it into forefront. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, you need to start looking at that. I mean, I'm looking at it. Don't get me wrong, Star. But it's like you need to make sure you're looking at it and putting it to the side, because as beauty professionals, we're making money. It's like coming in quickly.
Yeah.
It's not coming in like most people, how we know, like every 2 weeks, are teachers, they are paid once a month. So it's a little bit different. We are getting money in quickly, and I don't want to
It's
say it like that, so I won't say it. But
it's
it's
worse.
it's coming
Listen,
in.
it's worse for me. So I make a really good amount of money doing taxes in 4 months. First of all, so I have to live the rest of the 8 months off of what I made in 4 months. And don't get me wrong, I make enough to do it, but the more money you make, the more bills you got, right? So, and the more money, you don't see I'm gonna tell you now, I'm not a budgeter. I do try to pay the bills out for the year because I realize that I get my money in this particular, time early in the year, and I gotta pay the bills all the way to December. And then I want to take vacations, and then I have a beauty expense. Like, listen, I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and all of that, right? So I get it. The money is coming in just as fast for me, and it cuts off in April, and I got to figure out what I'm gonna do the rest of the year. And you want me to put the IRS in the front?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So now my prayer be when I pray, because at the end of the year it gets tight, right? Because I just told you all my money. And I know for you too, because holidays come, people ain't, everybody have their ups and downs, right? So now when I pray to God, I say, hey, God, you did it for me, but I need you to stretch it out a little bit. I need a little bit more there to carry me to January, So yeah, that's God is my budget.
Gotcha. I love that. Speaking about the ebbs and flows of business, and um how you add, you made sure you said, like, let's keep God in the forefront of this. I need him to stretch it out for me. So with that being said, um, right now everyone's talking about being a 6-figure, 7-figure business, right? And we want to be, of course, multimillionaires, right? That pay taxes.
Yeah.
Um, how can we do that without being broke?
So here's the thing, you always have God always put a ram in a bush, right?
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Here we
Yes, we
go.
need our Rams.
We need our rams. I need like 10. I don't cattle.
Yes,
I
me too.
probably need a few rams, right?
correct.
So the first thing, IRA. Get you
Okay.
an IRA.
Mhm.
If you're getting a refund, like because we still must talk about people, like everybody not there yet, right? So, but there's ways to do it. You're getting a refund, you're barely getting anything, right? Because you're starting to cross over. The IRS give you a selection to put your money in an IRA. You can put up to $6,500 in an IRA. So when you file your taxes in January, say you owe $10,000, 65 of that is in your IRA. You don't have to get that to the IRS. Now you may not be able to touch it until you're 75, but if you give it to the IRS, you're never gonna touch it.
Look how Waverly face straighten up.
Yeah, so it's like it's a retirement fund. Put it there.
Ooh.
Here's another
Yes.
thing. Now, this does not impact you the way that like an IRA will, but open a nonprofit, put your money in that nonprofit because you can write the money off to your charity,
Right.
right? Annuities.
Okay.
We need places we can dump our money so we don't give it to Uncle Sam. Annuity, people tell you dump it in life insurance. That's one way. Yeah, we have life insurance, but when you think of life insurance, you're only thinking about, hey, if somebody died, I got to pay this and they're going to give me this money. But there's more to life insurance than just waiting on someone to die, paying this bill, paying this $100 so you could get 50,000 back. We ain't counting on nobody to die, but there's ways, there's other ways we can put our money instead of just dumping it over to the IRS.
So you have to pay taxes on life insurance proceeds, correct?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't. That's not earned income. You only pay taxes on earned income. You put your money into a annuity, and if you withdraw it, it's depending on the type of annuity, then that would be considered earned income. But if you made interest on the money you put in there and they give you that money, the interest, it's not earned income. So you don't have to pay taxes on that.
Okay.
Good.
Mhm.
Good. It's real good. It's so good that we are like paused.
Right.
And
We are pausing
we
a
can't-
lot.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we all want to make money. We all want to keep money. Like, let's think, like, here's the thing. And I don't want to go here, and we don't have to touch this subject anymore. But the one thing I must say, when we talk about Donald Trump, he is definitely a great businessman, and we all can learn from him. Should he be president? Probably not. That ain't for me to say yes or no. But when it comes to business,
Probably not.
he taught me that let me tell you something. Donald Trump taught me that if my husband died, he's being buried in the backyard. That's just period, because I don't want to pay taxes on my property.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
This is why I love Starr. OMG. I love you, Starr.
Yes.
I love you. Oh my goodness.
Now you got to get out of that whole, burying them in the backyard or whatever. But if you think about it, we probably living on top of a few graves already.
Anyway, so, yes.
Hey, let's put him back there. You could cremate him, put him in the backyard, whatever you want to do. But let's put him in the backyard. Whenever you like. So we ain't got to pay no property taxes no more.
Wow. Ooh, okay, let's segment into to multiple streams of income for a freelancer. Does that hurt us, or does that
making more money never hinders us? Making more money never hinders us. Making more money, we just need to know that taxes is going to hinder
us. Okay.
Yeah, so let's make the money right, because this is the way I look at it. I need more money to pay the IRS.
Okay.
Right? Okay. It sounds crazy, but if I make $500,000 doing makeup, right? Like you ladies do, and I turn around and I decide I want to start doing taxes. Well, yeah, I know that if the makeup is my bread and butter and this is what furnishes my lifestyle, then let me make a little bit more money to put towards paying the IRS. That way I ain't got to touch my makeup money.
And that would like carry you over in those slow times.
Well, you paying more. Yep, yep. You paying more taxes, of course, because the more money you make, they don't care if it's a dollar. They want their portion, right? But I'm
Right.
not going. I'm not going to let that hinder me from making more money. I know that I want to be a mogul. I don't want to just be limited to one thing. So, like, I have solid investments, right? Which means that I may only get 10% of whatever I
Mhm.
invested in, you know,
Mhm.
but I'm making this money and I'm not going to stop making it because I don't want to pay Uncle Sam. No, I'm
Mhm.
gonna go out there and I'm gonna do it. But then that's when we find again, even if I gotta dump it into annuity, if I gotta dump it into an IRA, if I gotta pay quarterly taxes on it, whatever, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do because we building a legacy.
So when we're talking about multiple streams, do you think it's better as, and since you are very familiar with the beauty professionals,
Mhm.
do you think it's better to work as a solo makeup artist or work as a part of a team where you are a contractor, freelancer,
I'm always gonna
as far
say,
as
so as the house, right? Am I the one, am I working for D or am I D and employing people? Which one am I?
You're
mhm,
D and you're employing people.
Well, here's the thing. If I want to go big and far, I can't do it by my listen, okay. So I pray that God increases my business, increases my customers, my funds, everything, right? That
mhm,
when I pray for this increase, I got to be prepared. I'm going to hire a team.
That's something I've been so hesitant on. But one thing I realized too, as I've increased, I need help, you know, and but it's a struggle. That's a struggle
COVID
to be
really did us
professional.
in. COVID did us in because nobody wants to work. Now, I don't know if people realized their true talents during COVID and
mhm,
said, you know what? I ain't meant to work for nobody. But
Mhm.
everybody can't listen. I say this as humbly as possible. Everybody can't be the boss. Somebody got to go to
mhm,
work,
Mhm.
right? And there's nothing. My mom worked all her life. When I go to McDonald's, somebody got to fix the burger. There's nothing
Mhm.
wrong with going to work. I know people who go to work make more money than me. There's nothing wrong with going to work. But who's going to work these days? Because nobody wants to, everything is closing because people don't want to work. You got to wait
right,
really, really long when you go out because they're short staffed, things like that. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm struggling and I make money,
Mhm.
what they doing? Because there's some secret somebody ain't telling me.
you're right. You're right.
Mhm.
And the
There's
customer
something
service
going
is
on.
horrible.
And I'm big on
Mhm.
customer service. And customer service is horrible. And can we talk about customer service from small business owners? Because we start making a little money and it goes straight to our head, and you forget, like,
Mhm,
I don't need this.
Mhm.
mhm, mhm,
I ain't gotta take this. Yeah, I gotta take this. Excuse my language. I always say we all gotta eat a little shit. We gotta take this. Like, yes, listen, I deal with money. Dealing with
Mhm.
dealing with money, you get the worst customers.
That's the worst.
mhm,
Mhm.
You get the worst customers. And as nasty as I want to be sometimes, I have to suck it up.
mhm.
Now, I am to that point where I fire customers, yes, but I ain't firing everybody,
Right,
Right.
you know?
right.
True.
So, but I feel
Mhm.
like if God gives you the increase, He's going to provide you with the people, and you just got to know that. So when we're that's for anybody. When we praying for an increase in business, we gotta pray to be able to handle what's finna come.
Mhm.
Because when God opened that window, when He put them blessings on you, you'll be like, hold on, you ain't no hold on.
Mhm. But you have to be very specific as well because
Yes,
Yeah.
as you increase, you want the best person that reflects you in your business, and that understands that, and so that comes with the aspect of even asking God to make sure that your attitude is correct, so
Yes.
that you can coach them better, you know,
Yeah.
so you can make sure that, oh, okay, WM Beauty is the reason why she's the best, you know, in her area. You're right. So I need
Yep.
my employees to be able to reflect that as well.
But here's the thing, you're gonna go through a few employees looking for that team
Mhm.
because you're gonna run. I have two physical locations, so I have to hire people to work in the office. And I hate to say this, I'm probably known for firing more than actually, like, I got some that stay with me because they understand, and not, I don't fire because I'm being mean or nasty, but number one, I look like the people I'm hiring.
Mhm.
So therefore, you don't get as, I'm a young black woman. You don't get as much respect from your peers because everybody feel like, number one, they want to be the boss of your stuff,
Mhm.
and number two, they feel like they don't have to respect you because you ain't nobody. But they will respect Mr. Walmart.
Mm. Girl, now, Star, you done preached the whole sermon. Baby, where's the collection plate?
Please run me my coins.
Where
But
is the collection
But
plate?
you see what I'm saying? They will. And when
Mhm.
you're a good businesswoman, like, I treat everybody fairly. I treat all my staff fairly. I'm a black woman with kids. I understand that I gotta go run, get the kids from the bus stop and make sure they inside. I understand that life happens, right? I understand more than Mr. Walmart because guess what? He in Calabasas. He got people taking care of the kids. He ain't never got to be disturbed, right? So I understand more than him. So I always tell my staff, like, I'm not going to little girl you. I'm not going to babysit you. I'm going to pay you a job. I'm going to expect you to do it. Matter of fact, I'm going to overpay you because I want you to feel like if I'm overpaying you for doing such little, that's going to want you to do way more, right?
Mhm.
So I do all these things and still I may not be 100% respected. Let's not even talk about social media, right? Because people want to, if they follow you on social media, you being realistic and you in a real life and you showing ups and downs and stuff, that sort of normalizes you to a certain extent to people. So now they've tapped into your life and it's like, oh, she thought she was all that, but this going on over here. So you're sort of losing credibility in a way. And when you have those things, then I got to show up and see you on Monday. And it's like you still got to do what you got to do. So it's just hard, I guess, as a woman, then being a black woman.
Mhm. Mhm.
So with that being said, how do you navigate your mental and your physical well-being during this process when you know that you have, not so great moments at work and that you're forever having to coach people and, for them to reflect your business best.
And dealing with the number of people that you're dealing because you have 50 other stores. So I mean, how do you deal with all of those personalities and
So,
you
number one,
know?
that goes back to a team. I have a team. That team is specifically to help me with the team, right?
Gotcha.
So, again, as I ask God for this increase, send me the people that I need in my corner to make this run very smoothly.
In
So,
your corner is the
yes,
wording.
yes. So I have a team that actually helps. Like, I'm still there for everyone, but I also explain that I can't do it by myself because although I have to deal with the 50 partners, I still have to deal with thousands of customers. Team actually, if something is wrong and they don't necessarily have to deal with me, they know that they can go to Shakita, they can go to Darian, they can go. And then I have a very helpful group of girls, meaning some that's been with me for a long time, they help some of the new ones. And I don't ask them to do, that's not their job. They don't have to do it, but God just sent me those people who are willing to help.
Mm, I love that.
hmm Now, when it's
So,
mental, here's the thing about being a woman. And I tell this all the time, and you'll hear this, you'll hear me say this again for the Women Empowerment Brunch. When we wake up, the first thing I do is say, thank you, God, right? That's the first thing I say every morning. Like, that's just, thank you, God. I ain't getting into no specific because my thank you is thank you. So thank you, God, because immediately after that, I'm wife. I got to turn over and kiss my husband. And listen, I'm in a house with teenage girls, right?
God
Um,
bless you.
yeah, yeah, I'm in a house with teenage girls, so I got to get up fussing every morning. Who took my lashes? Like, I got to get up and do all that. Uh, then I got this person who already didn't text me a problem, and this person who didn't text me a problem, and then I got to go outside, and that's just the thing, right? I got to go outside because now when I go outside, I got to put a full body armor on because you're getting shade here and you're getting shade there, and then and you still got to be a nice person along the way. So I get back home at the end of the day. When I get back inside, my husband is like, go outside because you're not a boss. You come in here
Mm,
and relax, because we don't know how to take it off,
mm-hmm.
right? We wear it. It's like being single for so long. I tell people this, being single for so long. Once you become single, you sort of take on these masculine things like you used to taking the trash out because you ain't had a man around to do it. And you got to pay this and you got to do this and you got to go see the mechanic, right? And as a woman, we got to do all this. And then when you get a man, you're so used to doing all these things that we say men should do for us, right? I'm still like old fashioned. Yeah, a man still got to say, I don't touch the trash. Okay. I don't touch the doors. I don't touch the car door. Like none of that. So, but we got to tap back into our feminine side because we didn't lost. So we don't know what it is to be a rose. We don't know what it is to be delicate, right? And we got to let a man be a man. All of that is the same thing in business. Once I come inside, the pressure of the world should be off of me, but we bring it inside. I think little things, just chip away at little things that you can do to bring your sanity back. And when I tell you I don't touch a door, I don't care. When I get to that gas station and I gotta go in there and pump that door, if a man behind me and he don't open that door for me, we finna cut up. Cause you see a woman coming. Why would you not open that door?
Well, I mean, it could be that their parents didn't. I think we should extend people grace because it could be
No,
that
if you
they
ain't know,
just,
you know now. When you see a woman, you open that door. I don't know what your mama taught you, but that's like a world, that's a rule around the world. Like that's just a rule. Like open the door for a
I,
woman. And if you open it, you ain't gonna never get a woman. Because why you ain't open that door for me?
you're right. You're right. But there are some,
Yeah, I get it these days. Thank God I ain't single, but I get it these days. Men they the catch. you know, they
yeah,
they used to be
it's
the prey,
different.
right? I mean, we're the prey. We're the catch. They're the prey, right?
Right.
So now they're the catch, and you got to be the prey because it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's given. I'm glad that I'm married.
yes, yes.
I know Waverly.
Oh, he coming. It's okay. I didn't kiss a lot of frogs. I didn't kiss a lot of frogs. Okay,
Ooh,
he
He
coming,
coming,
baby.
okay.
Waverly.
You're gonna hear me say, I deserve this man because I'm telling you, girl, I've been there.
I'm gonna receive it. That's all I'm receiving.
Yes.
I want to be able to take it off. Like, okay, I want to. We've talked about a lot. So before like we transition out of this, give us 3 tips to help with our business taxes. Other than make sure you are ahead of the game with your IRS because we know that for a fact.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna handle you. You go ahead and give us your 3 tips. You do. You tell us.
So, um, the one tip I'm going to give you is whatever you put on that paper, whatever you put on them 1040s, that is rule, right? So don't be afraid. Stop being afraid of money. Our community is so afraid of money till it's ridiculous. We the only group of people who I've ever heard say, oh, they offered me this. And I was like, no, because I was afraid to take it.
Mm,
No, I understand that it comes with sort of like restrict, like you got to have willpower. You can't just blow it. No, right? But Stop being afraid of money. If you're not afraid of money, you're gonna make all the money you can make. And once you start making the money that you can make, pay your taxes or paying whatever you got to pay or putting into wherever you got to put into will become it's like $1 in your eyesight. If I ask you for $1, you're gonna throw it at me, right? Because you're gonna make $1 on top of $1 on top of $1. The moment it's like the new 100. Like at one time, I remember 100 was a lot, and you would say, "Oh, that's $100." Now you're like, "Oh, it's just $100." That's how we need to be about our taxes. Oh, I just owe them $50,000, but I'm making 500,000. I'm making 5 million. Put yourself in position to make money. Don't let taxes scare you from making money. That's number
That's
one.
good.
That's good.
The second thing is, and it's sort of still on that same edge of number one. Put it in black and white, because that black and white allows you to go do whatever you want to do. You want to take your beauty business to the next level. You want to open that shop. You want to open that beauty bar. Everybody got big dreams. You want to fund those dreams? Show where your business is making money. Because once you show where your business is making money, you can walk into anybody's bank. And if your business is making enough money, you can walk into anybody's bank without credit. And the SBA
Come on,
teaches
Starr.
that. Yes. The third thing I can say, did I not say 3? I felt like I said 10. Act. That's the third thing I'm going to say. Act. You know what you got to do? You're looking at this. If you take one thing from what I said, take it and act on it. We hear it, but do we actually act on the things? We don't. We hear it and we put it in the back of our mind, and we never move on it. Move on the things that are intriguing to you.
Too good.
I love that.
Too good.
That was too good. This was amazing. Tell me, how can the listeners follow you, keep up with everything that you have going on? If they want to join you as a tax professional, how can they do that? Just give it all to me.
I'm very simple. 5-star tax pros across the board. 5-star tax pros on social media. 5-star on Instagram and Facebook. 5startaxpros.com. It's Starr with 2 R's. That's the only thing that's a little confusing. 5-star. My name is Starr, Starr. So it's 5-star Starr tax pros.
I love that. Thank you so much, Starr with the 2 R's.
This was good. Thank you so much, Starr.
No problem. Anytime. A friend of Dee's is a friend of mine. So whatever you need, you call me. Hey, Starr, whatever. I'm here.
I think I'm already going to be contacting you about taxes. I already said it.
I have a shirt that says, I can help with your tax problems. When I tell you, when I wear the shirt, I stopped wearing it because I was wearing it all the time. Every time I wear it, somebody say, wait, can you help me with this? I love it. No, I don't have a problem. Call me. That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
This is what you pray for. So definitely, however I can help, I'm here.
That's great.
All right.
Yeah.